Good morning, sir. My topic is evaluating efficacy of nasolacrimal duct probing with mitomycin C in Tertiary Center of Jharkhand. I declare there is no financial help regarding this study. Uh, if we talk about nasolacrimal duct obstruction, it is common disorder in adult. It produces intermittent or constant tearing, and patient came with complaint of blood visions and later either due to the acute dacryocystitis or chronic dacryocystitis. Causes can be congenital, infectious, cicatricial, traumatic, neoplastic, involutional, iatrogenic, or idiopathic. And there are several surgical methods for nasolacrimal duct obstruction treatment, like the cryocystectomy, but it is invasive and burdensome. Whereas probing, it's easier, but it causes recurrent obstruction. So my aim of study was to use mitomycin C to see whether it's effective for nasolacrimal duct probing. It was prospective, comparative, randomized interventional study, and it includes 16 individuals, which were divided into two groups. It was done in the duration period of 6 months. First, patient were taken proper history of epiphora, and then slit lamp examination were done to rule out any other ocular pathology. After that, location obstruction were located with the help of probing with saline solution. Inclusion criteria was the patient age must be more than 15 years and less than 40 years and suffering from epiphora. But exclusion criteria was that there should not be any history of surgical intervention, diabetes mellitus, any eye trauma, or any nasal structure abnormalities, or lacrimal system tumor, or severe atrophic rhinitis, or epiphora due to other causes like misdirected lashes, ectropion. In my method in group A, which is constitute of 30 patients, here we use mitomycin C for irrigation under tropical anesthesia. We prepared zero point 0.2 milligram per ml and 1 ml was used, injected into the duct, followed by uh, nasal packing for 10 minutes, and patient was asked not to swallow. Then they were goggled with water, and then again the ocular surface were irrigated with normal saline, and they were sent back with the administration of antibiotic, and then they are followed. While in group B, only irrigation were done with normal saline mixed with betadine. It was then followed at 2 weeks, then at 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months after the procedure. And every checkup, patients were asked whether there any other discomforts relating to the syringing. And then probing patency was confirmed by irrigation. If patency was low, then procedure was again repeated only if 2 months had completed after the first procedure. And other slit lab examination were done to see no other side effects had occurred due to use of mitomycin C. Results were in group A, my total male patients were around uh, 16, while in female was 13, and the age group was excuse me, around 30. Whereas in group B, male was 15 and female was 12, while mean age was 34. After 6 months of symptoms, we see that the patient group A where mitomycin C were used, 6 patients has no complaint of watering, while 9 patients complain of mild watering, 3 moderate, and 12 patients have profound watering. While in the group B where we use only normal saline, 18 patients came with complaint of profound watering after 6 months, and only 2 patients complained that were no watering after 6 months. So we uh, statistically significant difference we're seeing in the patency rate, where in the group A success rate was 60%, and in group B it was only 40%. So my discussion is mitomycin C, since it is a chemotherapeutic antibiotic isolated from Streptomyces casepitosus, and it minimizes and it inhibits DNA synthesis by inducing cross-linkage between DNA-based space and induce breakage of single stranded, and prevents that, and that's why it prevents fibroblast proliferation and modifies wound healing response, which leads to less scarring and fibrosis on the common osteotomy and canalicus site. And this same study was seen where they reported full absence of watering in 25% and moderate improvement in 47% and mild improvement in 11%. Another study also success rate was 65% and patency rate was 30%. In study of cutanum a dose of 0.2 milligram per ml mitomycin C significantly reduced epiphora symptom after probing in nasolacrimal duct obstruction, compared with that in patients where only normal saline solution were used. So my conclusion is overall success rate of probing with mitomycin C was significant since it was 60% success rate, and it does not show any relationship with the sex. Both male and female shows equal response, but with increasing age, failure rate was high and does not show any relationship with the side of nasolacrimal duct obstruction. And no significant side effect was seen with after probing with mitomycin C. On the basis of my finding, I say that nasolacrimal probing with mitomycin C can induce subjective improvement in epiphora, and we can use since it is simple, quick, cost-effective daycare procedure with low morbidity, and also in those patients who refuse or not systemically fit for undergoing the rhinocystostomy. Thank you, sir.
May I ask a question to you?
Yes, sir.
What is the time when this you are using this mitomycin C, but it is of a moment, momentary. It goes in a moment. It goes through the nasolacrimal canal, NLD.
Yes. Yes,
So
sir.
in a very short time, whether it is effective or not effective. Do you know any time in which this will be effective? Otherwise, it remains very in a moment, please, है ना? So
Yes,
whether
sir.
it will be effective or not.
So how much time I kept? You're asking how much time I kept while?
No, because you have not get, you have just do the syringing,
Yes,
है
sir.
ना?
Yes,
So
sir.
in syringing, it's a momentary stay of this mitomycin C.
Yeah, momentary stay.
So in this momentary stay, whether this mitomycin C, it will be its action will be there, or it is only just it pass away and it will not act in the nasolacrimal duct probing.
No, sir. It will stay. So my main was not just to put and followed by irrigation with normal saline. We allowed mitomycin C. Since patient was
After that, you have syringes with the
normal
antibiotic.
ocular surface and everything
So
was
it will,
washed.
wash away.
But the required concentration will be there since it show effect.
But it's very inconclusive that because there's some time limit, it must be some time. Because once we are putting on the ostium, then usually we have to keep there for 3 minutes.
So we put for two
So
minutes.
for antifibrosis action,
Yes, sir.
so that prevent the fibrosis, I think there should be some time, at least 1 minute. So stay, then it will function. Otherwise, I don't think it will function up. Okay.